Welcome back to the series. Part 3 will be the final part for the Toyota 4Runner, so let's get to it. Now we have the Venture. This was only offered from 2020 to 2021, so you're only going to find them used. It's based on the TRD Off-Road Premium, but the used Ventures sometimes cost the same, if not more, than a brand new TRD Off-Road Premium. So why is that? Is there more to this trim type to make it cost more money than its base trim type? Well, not really. The most expensive items it comes with is probably the roof basket, the TRD Pro wheels, and also a moonroof. But those are all aftermarket items you can add to your TRD off-road, and you can option the moonroof into your off-road. So I don't really think there's anything special about this trim type. It's very similar to the Trail Special Edition. The difference is that one was based on the SR5, this one's based off of the off-road. So personally, I wouldn't try to buy this trim type unless you can find a Venture for cheaper or maybe the same price as the TRD off-road equivalent. Now, one thing I do want to point out about the Venture is that I do believe it is the only trim type offered from Toyota where it came standard with a blacked out rear spoiler. Just kind of a weird quirk. I don't think I've seen that anywhere for a 4Runner. Now we will talk about the coveted TRD Pro 4Runner. I say coveted because at the time of making this video, the TRD Pro is basically just a status flex. If you're buying a brand new one today, that is the ultimate flex to the 4Runner community. I say that because of the price. Used TRD Pros are going for higher than the MSRP of a new one. And then the new ones are going for over 10K over MSRP. So when I see a brand new Toyota 4Runner in Colorado, what did these people pay to get this 4Runner? Now, if you compare a used TRD Off-Road Premium to a brand new TRD Pro, the difference in price could be close to $25,000. Even the most insane overlanding Jeeps or 4Runners that I've seen don't even hit $25,000 in upgrades. It's hard for me to think people are even doing this, but like I said, I'm in Colorado. The 4Runner is very popular, which means people are paying for that price. I even reached out to one of my dealerships in my area, both on phone and online chat. And both times they refused to provide the selling price for their TRD Pros. They kept telling me, if you want to see the price, you got to come in. You have to sit down with us if you want to see the price. It's crazy to me to think that people are paying this because, again, 25 grand, you could deck out your 4Runner with everything that you want. And then you will still have leftover money to buy your kid a used Civic. But let's just talk about MSRP price and not the crazy market that we have today. If we stick with just the MSRP price, it's $8,000 increased compared to the off-road premium. So what are you getting? From the exterior, you're getting all the TRD blacked out badges. You're getting the TRD bumpers, you're getting the roof rack, you're getting the matte black wheels, and you're also getting the TRD Pro grille. Every TRD Pro comes with a moonroof and also dual zone climate control and the premium JBL 15 speaker audio system that is only found in the TRD Pro and the limited trim type. But did you buy a TRD Pro for the infotainment or the interior? No, you got it for the performance. So what are you getting from the performance? You are getting custom tuned TRD springs and Fox shocks. In the past, it used to be Bilstein, but now they're going with the Fox shocks, which is about a 3K upgrade when you don't consider labor. Finally, the last thing to discuss is the exclusive color years for the TRD package. From 2015 to 2014, you will see the Inferno, the Quicksand, the Cement, the Cavalry Blue, Voodoo Blue, Army Green, Lunar Rock, Lime Rush, Solar Octane, and now the Terra. Personally, I can see myself driving any of these colors except for one, and I do think it's the least popular color. It's the Lime Rush. So is the TRD Pro worth the money? To me, no. Even if you get it at MSRP price, that's still an $8,000 difference that you could spend upgrading your off-road premium to however you want it to look like. You could still spend $3K on really good shocks and suspensions, $1K on wheels, $1K on a low-profile roof rack, $1K for tires, $1K for a front bumper, and then you still have $1K for window tint, and you can do the blacked out badging on your own. That's $8K right there that I just discussed, and you would turn your TRD Off-Road Premium into basically a TRD Pro, but it would look exactly the way you want it to look. But what lifestyle is for the TRD Pro? I think generally it's agreed that for people that don't want to be customizing their 4Runner and they just want to buy it and be done with it, then those are the kinds of people going for the TRD Pro. But in this market, just don't do it yet. Way too expensive. Now that the off-road trim types are covered, let's move on to the road trim types. Those last couple trim types are going to be the TRD Sport, the Limited, and the Nightshade. The TRD Sport is about $3K more than the regular SR5. So what are you getting? Well, the TRD Sport looks like the Limited. It has the front fascia, the rims, and then the off-road hood scoop. This does come standard with the Softex leather seats, but they are not heated in this trim type. The most important feature of the TRD Sport, in my opinion, is the X-Ria's Sport suspension system. There's videos out there from Toyota explaining how it works, but think of it similar to KDSS, except more focus on on-road handling and less focus on off-road capability. What that means is that you're going to get a more smooth, comfortable ride driving around town. But that's it. There's nothing else for the TRD Sport. It's really just an SR5 with a better suspension system and a different front look. This is probably my least favorite Model 4Runner. I don't really get it. I don't know who's buying it, so I'm curious. If you bought this or if you've owned it, comment below on why you did it. Now we'll go into the Limited and the Nightshade. I'm not going to make a page for the Nightshade because the Limited and the Nightshade are kind of the same trim type. It's just that the Limited has chrome and the Nightshade has blacked out chrome and also a blacked out interior. So basically the same truck. Compared to the TRD Sport, you are paying about $6,000 more in upgrades. So is it worth it? The interior is maximized with features such as a dual zone climate control. It's the only trim of all the 4Runners that have real perforated leather seats, not the Softex leather. It comes standard with a moonroof, heated steering wheel, and this trim brings back the third row option. You do get the premium JBL speaker system and also that HomeLink transceiver. Now for the performance, you get the performance features that again maximize road use. It's the only trim type that has full-time four-wheel drive, which is basically Toyota's way of saying all-wheel drive. It has a limited slip center diff, and also it keeps that special X-Ria's Sport suspension system. Who would want the Limited? I think the Limited is designed to attract people that love the 4Runner's look, the Toyota reliability, but they don't want to off-road much, but instead they just want the smoothest, most comfortable, most reliable vehicle on the road. Now that we've covered everything, I do want to propose an alternate bonus trim type, and I put that in quotes because it's not even a 4Runner. But instead, I kind of consider this as a sleeper 4Runner, then this vehicle is the GX460 Lexus. Now, why did I say 4Runner in quotes? Well, it's because it uses the same body-on-frame design as the 4Runner. Here's the price of a 2019 4Runner off-road premium and also the price of a 2019 GX460. It's basically the same price, but with the GX460 you get way more. The KDSS comes standard. You get full-time four-wheel drive. You still get the locking center diff. You still get A-Track. You get a much nicer interior, and more importantly, you get the 4.6 liter V8 engine. So I'm just throwing it out there as a bonus trim type. You know, if I were shopping around for a used 4Runner, I would most definitely consider the GX460 as part of my comparison before making a decision. Now, those are all the trim types you can find for the 5th gen 4Runner. In my opinion, the SR5 is just for those that want the 4Runner and don't plan on doing any crazy off-roading, so they don't need any of the extra performance. It's still a very capable off-roader, and the A-Track system does a great job in the medium to hard trails. The TRD Off-Road is for that crowd that plans on testing the 4Runner to its limit, so having all the extra off-roading features are needed for their lifestyle. The Trail Special Edition, I would personally just stay away from it. The 40th anniversary edition is for those that really like the look of it. The Venture, again, I would stay away from it unless you find a good price point. And then next, the TRD Pro. Look, everyone loves it, but at the time of making this video, I would definitely stay away from it. It's just far too expensive. The TRD Sport, I don't know who's buying it. And then finally, the Limited and the Nightshade. Again, those are for the people that love the smoothest, most comfortable daily driver, but they still want the 4Runner look and reliability. But to conclude this video, if I had to do it all over again, which trim type would I pick? I think the best value is getting a TRD Off-Road Premium with the KDSS option, and then use an extra 5K of upgrades to make it the most unique and personal vehicle to me. But I'm curious what you would do. So if you made it to the end of the video, please comment below what's your choice. So thank you for watching and subscribe for more.